budgets and also eating into our monthly savings. It was 14.55% in the month of March. The wholesale inflation now has risen to 15.08% owing to higher fuel and energy costs. In fact, the wholesale inflation has been in double digits for the 13th month in a row now. Remember, last week, retail inflation had also surged to an 8-year high of 7.79% in April. Let me also tell you that much of the inflation spike is being seen as a result of the Russia-Ukraine war. With wholesale inflation remaining in double digits, there's a high possibility that the RBI will hike the repo rate once again in the month of June. Meanwhile, Congress leader Randeep Surjewala has slammed the centre over the record high wholesale inflation through a tweet where he actually posted a graph that spoke about the high levels of inflation that the country is seeing, a record high at that. My colleague Hina Gambhir now joins me live on the broadcast. Hina, this was something that we have been discussing for quite some time now. A high chance that the RBI will be increasing the repo rate once again with the kind of inflation that the country is witnessing.
Well, that's right. It is going to be the direct implication of the data that we have got today. According to the government, inflation in the wholesale market has also moved up. It has, in fact, crossed 15% mark. It's at a record high right now. It clearly means that in the days to come, be prepared for more inflation, more price pain. Mehngai is expected to go up further in the near future. Now, there are reports suggesting that even oil marketing companies today are seeing some sort of losses, and hence the petrol and diesel prices, which are, unchanged as we speak, they have not been changed since 6th of April, could also be going up in the next few days because of the surge in international crude oil prices. Now, you're right when you say that it's the Russia-Ukraine crisis that is leading to inflation Inferno here in a country like India. But this is the kind of scenario that's being witnessed in other countries as well. In the US as well, inflation remains a big problem. So it remains to be seen what the government will eventually do. Most of the economists and experts are of the view that this is the time when fuel taxes should be cut so that, consumers in the country begin to see some sort of a relief. Because whatever you buy today, be it the atta for your chapatis, your edible oil for your, vegetables that you cook, or anything else, everything is quite expensive right now. The prices are at record high in the case of most of the commodities that we use on a regular basis. Opposition has also questioned the centre. We're waiting to hear what the centre plans to do to tame this runaway inflation that's being seen in the country right now.
Also, Hina, one last thing that I'd like to ask of you. Obviously, rupee slipping 1 paisa, and this is now closing at an all-time low of 77.56 against the US dollar. That's something that is also adding to the worries of the common man.
That's right. As far as the state of the economy is concerned, yes, there are certain green shoots that are visible, but then there are certain pain points that are emerging as well. While revenue in GST has been coming at a record high month on month, there is inflationary concern that's being seen. And apart from that, the rupee issue that we have. The way rupee is behaving in the last few days is a big headache for the RBI too. Experts believe that RBI is keeping a close eye on the movement of rupee, the way it is weakening against the dollar, or rather how dollar is getting stronger in front of Indian rupee. It is, not a very good news for students who are planning to travel abroad for their education. For them, that's going to get expensive. It's not a good news for people who are looking to travel abroad. Remember, summer holidays are also beginning in most parts of the country, and international destinations have also opened up after 2 years of pandemic. So it is going to be very, very expensive with the way rupee is rising against the dollar right now. We'll have to wait and see again what the RBI has to say, whether there is going to be some significant intervention from the RBI side in the near future to control the fall in rupee that we are seeing currently.
All right, Hina, thank you so much for joining us with all those details there. Very important update that my colleague Hina Gambhir is bringing to you. Inflation worries are something that are gaping wide in our faces. We have to actually brace ourselves for more mehengai in the coming days. Let's